يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تنزعي.
All the praise is for Allah, who is the author of all existence and the most generous to his creation, while he is also the all-compelling. He is the only one worthy of our worship, having no partners, no associates, no sons, no daughters, no one whom he must consult, and no one or anything which has any comparison with him. All the praise is for Allah, who is the King of all who claim sovereignty, the only one who has the right to legislate for his creatures. He is the giver of life. He is the causer of death, while death has no effect upon him, because he is the ever-living, the self-subsisting, the eternal, and the only absolute. All the praise is for Allah, who has power over all things, and there is in...
These are dark times, there is no denying.
If you were never brought up in a world with religion in the perspective that you need worship a thing, so all you'd have is you falling into sleep and you awakening from it. That sleep, that unconsciousness being a void of a sense. And so you awaking from that void, and you being is all there is. And so in the beginning, all would have been like that unconsciousness. Like when you're asleep. And so when you're asleep, the thoughts are whole. All is one. There is no individuality. This is why you have no perception. And so the point I'm making is, I want you to view the beginnings of life as voided consciousness. And so consciousness can be inactive or active. But however you view it, all is whole, all is one, all is unseen in that void. The word leaves the void. Word being sound, air, all of these things are word. And so word, our sound, raises in its hertz, becoming light. In science, when sound reaches terahertz, this is when sound begins to manifest out as light. And so that word, separating from mind, begins to manifest forth physically, starting as sound, raising in hertz to light, that light falling into substance, because light gives off vapor. Warm air meeting cool air, so you get substance. Or like when a man ejaculates, so out of thin air you get the substance, and it brings down the light. And so you have the word separating from the mind. This is all. This is the whole. And so that word separates, just like your words separate. And they go on their own course, raising in hertz to light, light falling in substance, and through the magic, the substances becoming merged, and so you get body or world for this fallen, separated light. And so all you have in life is the unseen voided beginnings and the God that's separated.
All the praise is for Allah, who is the author of all existence and the most generous to his creation, while he is also the all-compelling.
You all know the story of the fallen one. It is spoken about in your religion. And so he was the light. And so I'm trying to get you guys to grasp, because you guys believe there's two things, a God and a devil, a good and a bad. But there's just one God, and that's the Satan. Y'all call him Allah, y'all call him El, many different things. But so, there's only one God, and one reason why you worship and praise. And that one God, that one God is what y'all call Satan. And so there's only one God. There is no other God or no other form of dominion. This is why he is the selfish one. And so you have to grasp Allah, Al-La, the sound, or the La, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, sound. As I said, word leaves mind. Word being sound, raises and hurts to light. That light falls into the substance. From there it manifests over into body. That body being the church for that light now. That light is the one that your religion tells you about. And so y'all think there's a good God and a bad God, but there's only one God over all the physical and all that is in existence as individual. Meaning this whole universe, this whole world, this whole existence belongs to what y'all call Satan. It is his creation. It is what he formed from his separation from the all. And so grasp. It says in the good book, he who ascended there's only one God, and he is not whole because he is separated from the whole. This is why in your religion you worship God through Jesus. Do you grasp? You have the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. It is because Satan is not whole. You have day, night, good, bad, God, the devil. You have all these things because this being who left its source, or the all, is no longer whole. It is rising and falling. And so we all rise and fall, or wake up and fall into our sleep, come into existence and die. This is his creation. What y'all call life. And what y'all worship, whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, an atheist, or someone just lost in your way. You all worship Satan. As I said, there is no other God. Truly understand what God means. It means dominion, dominant. It is a selfish thing. And so it's a deep thing. We are all brought into life as a sacrifice for this God to exist for eternity through the bodies or the churches. And so it's a deep thing. Within the substance meaning when your father ejaculated, so you were the substance that raised up all the falling in the testicles. And so this is why you guys worship through word or sound. This is why you guys reproduce. All for physical life to exist, this existence being his domain.
All the praise is for Allah, who is the author of all existence and the most generous to his creation, while he is also the all-compelling.
يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تنزعي.
All the praise is for Allah,